things that you might be using to medicate a feeling that's uncomfortable, whether it's loneliness or sadness or anger, and whether it's food or drugs or sex or social media or Netflix or whatever it might be.
This is The Deep Dive with Adam Roa.
I feel like, here I am in Montreal. It's rainy, it's gray. I'm walking around. I'm realizing that I don't have that person that comforts me when I'm feeling lonely. And so I've been leaning into food, specifically sugar, to feel good. I don't have like the pleasure of my senses and sensations of having like that woman that I can like sniff and snuggle and touch. So I'm getting the senses of that pastry that smells so good, that flakes off in my hand, that taste. And I am medicating with this food. And it's funny because I'm getting emotional in this moment. I'm getting emotional in this moment because I don't even know why, to be honest with you. I think that I'm just actually acknowledging it out loud that I feel a bit lonely. And that's okay. And part of my sovereignty that I'm developing as someone who hasn't been single for 12 years is, how do I respond to being lonely? How do I respond to wanting just pleasure? How do I respond to wanting to feel comfort? And over the last week, I'm not proud of how I've been responding. I'm not proud that I've had as much sugar as I've had. I know that disconnects me from my intuition. I know that makes me sluggish. I know that affects my blood sugar levels, which I've worked really hard to start to reset through detoxing in Bali. And I'm not necessarily proud of it, but I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I'm going to develop the awareness. I'm going to be honest with myself about what's been going on and why it's been going on. And now I have the awareness, which means I have choice, which means I'm going to make different choices because that's who I am. This is not going to be my pattern moving forward. Even coming back from lunch and immediately recording this podcast is me saying, I am shifting this. This podcast is the start of that. I am shifting this. And I wanted to share this with you because I imagine that a lot of you can relate to this. The things that you might be using to medicate a feeling that's uncomfortable, whether it's loneliness or sadness or anger, and whether it's food or drugs or sex or social media or Netflix or whatever it might be. Be honest. Be honest about why you're doing the things you're doing, why you're consuming the things that you're consuming. Be honest about whether you actually feel like that's what you want, if it's in alignment with who you want to be, if it's bringing you closer to the vision you have for your life. And then make the choices to shift the things that aren't in alignment. And there's nothing, you don't need to wait for anything. You can start that right now. That's my hope, is that right now you're going to choose that for yourself because you deserve that. You are worth that. You love yourself enough to say you are worth changing.